Got the cool shoe shine. Ooh. I am the goat, I am the goat. Speak to my soul. Hi friends, it's good to be here. I'm Aekon Star Elohai. I go by Elohai for short, and I'm the head of Bunny Coven. And today I would like to do a little pendulum talk with you. I'm sorry if you don't like the way I say pendulum, but it be how it be. Oh baby boy, oh baby girl, oh my goodness baby Z. I just feel like I'm seeing like a stork, but it just feels like a new beginning. A new earth, a new paradigm. No, stop saying that. Do you agree? I don't know. It's just like, it's out with the old and in with the new. Goodbye, skies of gray. Hello, skies of blue. Is that like Sharpay in High School Musical? Ooh. This comes out a lot, like a lot of musical references, a lot of like childhood references, and I think it's going back to kind of like childhood trauma, like some things we're not realizing from our past are still kind of dictating over our emotions, over our emotional field, and how we're reacting to certain situations. It's our reactions that are forcing us to want to reflect back on our mindsets and see, why did that come up in the first place? Why do I always process this way? Why am I having a hard time processing differently when I'm aware that the other different side exists of this? If we're proposing a certain purpose of wanting to invite new energy and new beginnings and new, I keep saying like new stocks, but also new what are these birds? They're like mailmen. They're like dressed as mailmen, but they're like these white birds. I don't know what they're called. Oh my god, I wish I knew their perfect name. Like, they're very tall and like long legs with the long beak, and they're like white, and I'm pretty sure they're called storks. So I apologize, I had to like really push that out, but Spirit really wants you to know that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing in my eye right now. But just like new everything, and just a lot of changes coming for us. A lot of us have already started, this has already been part of us like recently, maybe the last like 2 months, 2 weeks, from some, maybe even the last 2 days. There might have been like emotional shifts, emotional push forward. I'm really seeing like an energy release, a lot of purging for some of you, and let that shit out. Let it be, let it be. You can dismiss the fact that you may need to manipulate some things. Some things like literally will trigger a silent reaction in progress, and let that piece be. Don't try to drive forward with the bitterness if you're aware that like everything is changing, everything can change. Why hold on to so much bitterness and guilt? It seems like grody energy, like I don't know, is that the right word? It seems like more of an aesthetic almost. Like for some of us it can be kind of like complementary to physically fit into certain reactions over and over again. But this new everything is like changes afoot, changes in your framework, changes here in the air. Just a little love is in the air for some of you. Ooh, smelly. Stinky feet. Wash your hands. I don't know. We're gonna let that out. But it's more of a pink, more of incooperative, wow, oh my gosh, forgive me. Sometimes I'm like seeing these words and like I stumble on how to say them, but that's just me as a person. Please don't think that reflects poorly on my channeling. It's just like words, man. Words. But in cooperative motions, in teamwork, we might need to really listen to our instinct a little bit more than usual right now, to distinguish the fact of why we're again having these silent reactions in our head to being projected onto, maybe at certain times for some of you. Sometimes it just seems like almost wish fulfillment, like wishful thinking, delusion, helping you advocate for manifesting and manipulating things in your favor. But there seems to be like trying to teach a new way of dealing with your frameworks. The wave of manipulation is just going to keep coming out right now. Let's go back a little bit. Okay, we need to take a break for a second. You have to just trust that your voice is important, and what's being said is necessary at times. Just a lot of gratitude right now. Something's coming, something's afloat. Surrounded by the angels. Swang! We're gonna go back to swimming. Invocative energy. Invoking the energy of a certain like residence. Like a certain like this is the energy right now, bro. Like like we are settled over here because this is the new everything energy. And we're not gonna let anyone stop us from setting our boundaries and protecting our boundaries, protecting our energy, protecting our wealth. Just like financial abundance will be more outstanding. Releasing, letting go. Excuse me. Thank you. It's still like Sharpay moments. Like, I stay imported from England. Towels imported from Spain. Just a lot of luxury. But not only in the physical, like, if you can vibe with this, there's like this protective energy over a lot of us right now. And just because we can't always sense it, we don't see how it's helping us manipulate and change our frameworks, it's definitely there. It's definitely there. It's saying, dear loved ones, dear friends, we are here, we are here, we are here. Cooperative team, we want to hear you. We want to hear you create. We want to hear you manipulate and manifest what is best for you. You are not alone in this. You are supported, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with having and accepting and receiving more support right here, right now, today. You can set the intentions to become better and better for yourself. You can even just set the intention that life will be better and everything that you do will be better. Everything you say will be better. All the best intentions will just naturally come to you. You don't even have to work that hard. You don't have to think about suffering because it's not nowhere near your nature. You're protected online. I think some of you will need to focus on that more in the future. You'd be at an advance if you can manipulate certain things, tweak certain things in your social media. Distinguishing yourself as a very genuine person. You don't have to have a niche is coming out. Some of you will be feeling like you're just straight up royalty, and fucking love that. Fucking love that. You can be humble, but you can also just be like, yo, this is what it is. I worked hard for this. I've been trying, I've been allowing myself to just be here and show up. And that's more than enough, that's more than okay. It's quite delusional to think that we have to seem fake to other people, to get it together, to have like, to reach out of poverty mindset into like rich dad, poor dad type vibes, like just different like laws of attraction, just throwing it out the window. Spirit's just saying, if you just surrender now, it's intended to understand that you will have faith in the process and knowing you're exactly where you need to be. We will know where you need to go. Having so much patience and empathy for yourself, for not seeing right away every single little step, and being okay with just moving forward and doing small steps, baby steps at a time. Having the advantage of like really understanding why you want something, why you want to achieve a certain goal. Is it coming from you, or is it coming from an outside source? Reflecting on things like your public, like what you perceiving to be your public eye, what you want to communicate with the public, what you want to converse with the public. It seems more like engaging conversation. It can even just be one person, it could be a million person. It could just be talking about the impact of the idea of likes on your life, and especially if that started at a young age, like if you were a teenager when you first got an Instagram or a Tumblr or something, and seeing how that truly has deeply program certain things within you. And I hate to say programmed because it feels like when you say program, things are stuck, but this is the opposite. Like, we need to understand like everything can truly be switched. A lot of this is mind, but that part also seems misunderstood. Spirit is saying like there is a way to express and give away that does not require the human vessel to feel like, oh my god, I have to do all this stuff. I have to trust that if I'm doing all this energy healing work and I'm trying so hard to do like manifestation, journaling, writing, like like I have to put it all on myself, but you don't. But when you do, please know, a lot of you won't need to forgive me for saying this. Forgive me for saying this, because a lot of you might not like the way it comes off, but it's happening for a reason. Just think about people in the past in history who have ascended and become enlightened without the idea of being judged by a higher power. A lot of you need to free yourself from thinking you have all this, like someone just said karma trade. You have this long line of history. You have to deal with all your ancestors' shit. You don't. You really don't have to do all that shit. You don't have to do it, because some of you are so free. Spirit is saying all of you are so free. Like, this is becoming just a big party of like, oh, you thought you had to do that? No, you don't have to do that to get in. You're already in. Just come on. Just get out of that mindset. Come over here where you know you're liberated. You know that you don't have to suffer. You know that your frameworks are working to your highest advantage right now. You ain't even gotta tell yourself that you're on the highest timeline, babe, because it just is what it is. You're just here now. Don't let the past and the history of what happened, or like these cycles that you need to break, don't let those ideas get to you and thinking this is what life is now. The past is not what life is now. Things are changing so fast. People are forgiving and being forgiven and allowing themselves to make mistakes and trusting their process more and more, really letting the intuition guide them and seeing the truth of things. And sometimes the truth can be a bit uncomfortable. Empathy can be real weird, but it's just like someone just saying, baby, you will be so much more comfortable. You will be so much more comfortable if you just like, I'm hearing incoherent laughter. If you just forget about it. If you just get over it. If you just keep reminding yourself that this is for you. This transcendence is for you. Because it's not even just you. It's not even just you who's transcended in the end. It's the entire impact in knowing that there is one. That there is one like driving, conscious, floating presence that will feed and love and enjoy your bliss even more than you can imagine, and that ripples and the effect of like a giant wave of earth. Like, it reminds me of how people talk about the 144,000, how like that would be like less than 1% now, right, of people all over the earth if you're talking about globally. But there's already like 1% of people who control the wealth and stuff. So like just saying like 144, like that's more than enough. That's more than enough to quickly change a paradigm, quickly change framework, quickly anchor in light codes, energy that can truly like take over and advance society in a way that's so much more loving. I'm just seeing encompassing empathy from the start. Like in the invoice, there's like fat checks of just like, this is how your allowance will work. Spirit, the allowance energy we're misunderstanding too, because doesn't this go against the karma, or we're gonna bring this back out again? Spirit's just like, you don't have to think that X and Y get you Z. You know what I mean? You don't have to think that certain things are as connected, because certain things are just not. Certain things are extremely deeply connected. Certain mindsets are deeply connected to your physical reality. This is true. And that's why you continue to manipulate. Breathwork, Pisces, and alignments is what I'm hearing. It might be confirmation, clarity for some of you. 3,